Hello everyone, Ceri the Crafter here, that's C-E-R-I the Crafter, and I'm here today with a little bit of a life lesson for myself really. Okay, not sure whether I told you, however, we've had some work done in the house. We had an old disabled bathroom which was leaking through the ceiling of the hallway downstairs. Our kitchen hadn't been touched for 20 years and we had a few issues with some of the walls in there, so needless to say, we've had workmen in for 2.5, nearly 3 weeks now, and I was very keen to see them go. Fabulous guys, did a wonderful job. However, time for them to go. So with that in mind, I offered to help them clear out all of the garbage they put into my garden, which they were due to take with them when they finished, and I was carrying boxes through. And I happened to pick up this box. Okay, now this box is what, let's see, what was it? This is what the taps came in that were part of the new sink we had put into the kitchen. And it felt a little heavy, and I thought, oh, that's unusual, maybe there's stuff in it. So this is a lesson to myself. Always check what your workmen are throwing out because they don't know what's treasure and what's trash. So let's open this box and show you what I discovered. Needless to say, it didn't go in the skip. So, big box, open the lid, and this is what I found. I'm going to try and turn this and fold this down so I can still reach so you can get the most of this. So, first of all, I don't throw foam out, and this is lovely. It's thin foam. I use this to put stuff on, like if I'm doing air-dried clay, stuff like that, and I rest it on. If I'm doing stuff that I've glued, I'll sometimes put it on here to let the air circulate. So there wasn't only one of those, there was two of them. And look at this, good grief. I mean, how useful are these? If I'm going to be doing gel printing, I could use these to stamp shapes in. And this, does that come out? Oh, that comes out as well. Anyone who knows me, I paint a lot of the time through stencils. I get inexpensive sponges, I cut them into cubes and then I use them. I tap them in paint, daub them, and I would gently pat them through some, I think it's called pouncing. I think it's called pouncing onto a stencil to get paint through. And look, there's this whole thing. And that's not even thinking. Look at this area expanse of the whole cardboard thing. That's at least 2 journal covers, if not more. How dare they throw things out like that? So this, I'm extremely excited. Oh, does this come off as well? This comes off as well. Ooh, look at that, that's another one. I keep finding bits. So this will get cut up into smaller pieces, which I'll use for painting with. Ultra useful. These bits, as you can see, they're useful shapes. I'm not going to try and, or am I going to try? I'm not going to try and marry them up. That would just be silly of me. These are just little shapes that say I'm sponging something or I'm doing a gel print. I could use this to lift paint. I could use it to transfer paint. Over time, they'll become more solid, which is fine with me. There's little bits of it. And then 2 humongous pieces, which will either become packaging, which I doubt it, or, for example, okay, this is a postcard I'm working on at present. Now, when I put the back on this, which should obviously be glued on, and when I've actually glazed the front of it or sealed the front of it, this is going to be relatively wet. If I put it on a bit of foam, the air can circulate either side, voila, it dries quicker. So anyway, I thought that was just, always check what the workmen are throwing out. Good grief. Some of the stuff I found, I went, really, you're throwing that out? To a workman or a contractor, it is rubbish. I just always do a last minute check now, even down to finding like washers and bits of fabric and stuff I can use on my plate. I can use my art pieces, like when they put together 2 pieces of plaster wall, like they put 2 pieces of wall plaster up, plasterboards, and then they put the netting tape down the centre. Sometimes if they're coming to the end of a roll, they'll just throw the roll in the trash. I tell you what, a foot of that gives me enough to make a texture mat or stuff with. So anyway, that was just my exciting find, my lesson in life, my little, Ceri just wanted to share that excitement with the rest of the world. Check the boxes before they throw them out. And that's a fabulous bit of corrugated cardboard. That will become journal covers in the future. You never know, it may even become a box I store something in. So it was just me having a little pop on, just a little hello and say goodbye. Until the next video. This is a bonus one, by the way. I'm not sure when I'm going to drop this in. It could be today, it could be tomorrow, it could be the next day. So this is me saying goodbye. I'm Ceri the Crafter, C-E-R-I the Crafter. Check the trash, guys. Check the trash. Bye now.